Time now for Media Watch, a look at what's been making news in the Chinese media. Police in southern China have rescued 19 children in the latest stage of a nationwide crackdown against buying and selling of children. The Shanghai Daily reports that 2 of the youngsters have been reunited with their families, while DNA tests have located the relatives of 12 other boys, 11 of whom were from Guangxi with 1 from Yunnan province. The children were rescued by officers in Guangdong and Fujian provinces after a tip-off from a suspect who was arrested last month. China's Ministry of Public Security says more than 2,100 kids have been rescued since the campaign began on April 9th, but the vast majority have not been identified and reunited with their parents. China's terracotta warriors have remained intact after a small earthquake hit Shanxi province last week. The quake measured 4.4 on the Richter scale, but the epicenter was just 15 miles from the provincial Xi'an, near where the warriors are housed. Seismological officials have said aftershocks are unlikely. The Terracotta Army, which achieved UNESCO World Heritage status in 1987, was built by the first emperor of China's feudal dynasties, Qin Shi Huang, in the hope that the underground army would protect his mausoleum. Since its discovery in 1974, the Terracotta Army has attracted almost 60 million visitors. The Shenzhen Daily reports that a truck transporting 28 new cars caught fire on the Guangzhou-Shenzhen Expressway last week. 24 of the cars were destroyed in the fire, and expressway traffic was brought to a standstill for more than 4 hours. A preliminary investigation showed that the fire was likely caused by a short circuit in the truck's engine. Witnesses said the fire engulfed the 10-meter-long truck in a matter of seconds, with one driver saying it looked like a huge wall of fire which lit up the sky. The truck's 2 drivers said they were transporting 28 new BYD hatchbacks to Chengdu in Sichuan province when the truck blew a tire as they were approaching Dongguan. The fire was eventually extinguished and no injuries were reported. Not content with hosting the Summer Olympics last year, China is now planning to host a robotic version of the event. The humanoid games will be staged in Harbin next year and will see robots take part in 16 different events. Robots will be able to compete in familiar Olympic sports such as athletics, as well as those more suited to machines such as cleaning. Entry to the competition will be restricted to robots possessing 2 arms and legs. All wheels are banned. The organizers say they expect entries from more than 100 universities from around the world, but it won't be the only event of its kind. The 2010 Robot Games will take place in California in April, while Singapore will host the 2010 Soccer Robot World Cup. And back in the human world, one collector from last year's Beijing Olympics snapped up the 5,000 condoms left over from the 100,000 distributed free to athletes. Now his collection has been put up for sale with a starting price of 1 yuan, or just 15 cents each. Each condom wrapper carries the motto of the Beijing Games, faster, higher, stronger, in English and in Chinese. The owner of the condoms, sport memorabilia collector Jiao Xiaokai, said the entire lot of 5,000 must be purchased by one buyer at an auction on November 29th. The auction's host says the idea is to promote public awareness of safe sex and the prevention of HIV/AIDS. NewsGD.com reports that the official website for next year's Asian Games in Guangzhou will go online on November 12th and will start selling tickets for the event in January. According to Games Marketing Department, more than 1 million tickets will be up for grabs. The tickets will be offered in 3 phases. The first phase will be from January to March 2010, the second from July to August, and the third from October to the end of the Games. Interested customers are advised to pre-register ticket accounts on the website, read through the ticket sales tips, and make a ticket purchase plan before January. We conclude today's Media Watch with some rather fishy business. Rare and tiny black and white shrimp raised in Taiwan have been selling for as much as $830 a piece to collectors in Japan, despite short lifespans and problems breeding. The black King Kong shrimp, about 2,000 of which are being raised by just 4 Taiwanese breeders, interest buyers because of their novelty value. The centimeter-long critters, known for their black shells with white spots, typically live for about 16 months. They require fresh water regulated at a fixed temperature in order to shed their shells every few weeks and remain fit enough to breed. And that's today's Media Watch. And in fact, that's all for now from the team here at BON News.